Wow, you guys must be surprised to see me. But yeah, I've been absent for a while. Been doing a lot of work. Haven't been fishing. This video isn't even about fishing. I'm going to be servicing my Toyota Hilux. I've had it for over a year now, and almost every servicing I've been doing it myself. So I want to take you guys along the journey today, show you how to do your own service on a Toyota Hilux. So what I have over here is I have my AdBlue, which is for the exhaust. I have injector cleaners that I'm gonna add to the diesel. I have all the filters here. So this is the cabin filter, AC filter. This is the air filter that goes in the engine. This one is the fuel filter. This is the oil filter, which is a cartridge. I'm using 1540. It's a Duran brand. I got this from Chad Ad. Had some leftover ones, so I just bought the 1 gallon or 4 liter from them. Also had the liquid moly, which I was using previously, but it was too expensive, so that's why I switched to Duran. Also plan to grease my drive shaft as well. And then this water, I use it, I just add it to my windscreen wash. So yeah, so this is the windscreen wash. This is coolant, power steering fluid, another coolant reservoir. This one is for the radiator. I don't remember what the mechanic said this one is for. This is the fuel filter, or the housing for the fuel filter. This is the AdBlue reservoir over here. I'll be throwing some AdBlue in it. It doesn't need it, but I usually just top it up when I'm doing a servicing. And then over on this side we have our air filter housing. So it's just 4 clips, so one on each side, one over there. Engine kinda dirty though. Gonna give it a wash soon. So yeah, it's not that bad, because I service my van like every 6,000 7,000 kilometers, which is quite often for me because of the type of work that I do. So stay tuned and let's get to work. So I like doing the easier task first. So like this, just like some water. This is always topped up for me. Usually I'll mix a little dishwashing liquid in it. Doesn't make sense to buy a windscreen wash every single time when you can make your own. That's one way of saving money. So yeah, but it's better to use purified water, so that you know there aren't any particles or the chlorine isn't clogging up. So the chlorine isn't clogging up the sprayers. So usually I wipe that down, but as you can see, in there is quite clean. Yeah, I should show you guys the new one. So this is the new one compared to the old one. Can you see the difference? Yeah. Alright, so you want to put this face down. Quite simple, easy peasy. Just want to make sure you set line up. Get all 4 clips. There's one back here. 4. Alright, so usually what I do, I just clean up while I'm doing the servicing, so I don't make a mess. Alright, so I'll probably do next is just add these to my engine, to my fuel tank. Whoa, I meant fuel tank, sorry for that mistake. Why is this not? Oh. quite stubborn. Alright, and this treats this is what, 16 ounces. Up to 80 gallons, I think. 32 ounces cleanup maintenance. So I'm gonna do a cleanup, because I don't know, I think my van has been burning fuel badly. So I'm gonna pour 2 of them in there. I'm going to pour both of them in there, and hopefully we see an improvement. Yeah, my van wants to wash as well, so just go ahead and shut that in. I will pause this video to answer this call. Alright, so I just put both of them in. Few these injector cleaners. I usually keep the bottles because I recycle. Alright, moving on to the next thing, which is the AdBlue. The AdBlue and the diesel fuel filter. I usually use a funnel to help me with it, and you can also purchase a decrystallizing agent for the AdBlue, because when it catches the any components, it leaves some crystals on it. I don't think you can see it on this, but usually you want to buy the decrystallizing agent and add it when you're adding more AdBlue to your system. This way it doesn't clog up the DPF system, if I remember the name correctly. And mind you, you can always delete it, you know. I think if you go like Rowan, and those persons will have the sophisticated computers, they can delete it. I think it costs like 600 US. One of my friends had recommend me deleting it, but I mean, they say it's good for the environment. I know me, once it's good for the environment, I go and keep it. So it's always a challenge to pour this out. Switch the angle. Oh. And I don't think it should take all of this. I don't think it should. I usually just wait until I see it come to the surface. That's it, it's full. So yeah, that's it for the AdBlue. That's it for the AdBlue. Alright, what I usually do now, anywhere it spills, I usually just get some fresh water and pour on it. Like here, just pour some fresh water on it, because it's gonna leave some crystals. Funnel, I usually wash out the funnel as well. But yeah, alright, so that's that. Another thing for me now is the fuel filter. I haven't changed my fuel filter in the longest because I wasn't getting the right filter. Usually, how I usually do this again. This just pulls off from there. You can take this off, but sometimes it don't really make a difference if you take it off. This clip, I think, if I remember correctly, this clip is supposed to come off. I haven't done this in such a long time. But this can pull out. I think it probably easier to pull it off from down there. And then you unscrew this. It's gonna be quite difficult to screw. Because the last time I had to use a screwdriver. To put it on the last time. And this is very important because if it's not closed properly when you install the new filter, it will cause the vehicle to ear lock. So every time you start it, if it's not closed properly, once you drive off, the vehicle is gonna shut off because the air is getting in the fuel system. It has happened to me already, so telling you from experience. And this is a 2GD Hilux. Okay, it's actually spinning. Alright, so I may be able to get this off without any issues. I know this is gonna be very dirty. I have to get a screwdriver to pry it out. Yeah. I think I need to get a screwdriver to pry it off. But it hasn't been open in months. Give me a sec, peeps, I'll go get a screwdriver. So I got a screwdriver. If I can just pry it up. Oh shit. Fuck. Oh fuck. I didn't want that to happen. Alright. So that's it. And I spilled diesel all over there. Alright, so this is how the filter looks. And I'm gonna show you the difference in the filter. Alright, look how dirty this filter is. Pretty much done for. For me, I like to save the diesel that's in there. And I always use it on something else. It's pretty clean though. Show you some of it. Get rid of the rest that's in there. But yeah, that's pretty clean. So the filter is doing its job. That is pretty clean. Just rest it up here for now. So yeah. And that I'll definitely have to wash, but I'm gonna show you the comparison. Look at that filter compared to this one. Look at the comparison. This is how it's supposed to look. Alright. So should I change that? I'll just go ahead and change the rubber since I'm here. Don't do me that, Mama Guebo. I will fall out. Usually I tip some oil on this to just grease it when I'm putting it in, but should be fine. Should be fine. And as I said, I haven't changed this filter in the longest while. I haven't changed this filter. So yeah. Alright. And then you just have to line it up back in the grooves. Little challenge to catch them sometime, but you have to make sure that they line up, because if they don't line up, I just heard one side click. For me, this is probably the hardest part. Some people find it easy. I don't find this easy one bit. I don't find it easy one bit. The last time I had to bring it to my mechanic friend to get it clipped in. See? If you have any tips and tricks on how to make this easier, I'll definitely take the suggestions. So I go fire this for a little bit. I hate this thing so much. Stay tuned guys till I get it. Alright people, after about 20 to 30 minutes I finally got it on. So what I'm gonna do, connected with the sensors, try get the diesel to go back in. So you just pump this up until it's tough. I think I did move this clamp, so let me put it back. Alright, I hear the diesel coming up.
taking all the strength out of this one here, so alright, I think it's full now. Then you check if you see any leaks. I don't see anything leaking, so it should be good. Alright, and I finish. Not change the oil, I try start it. Alright, so you see how the thing crystallized here, so look add blue that fluid that spill on the battery. You can actually hear the fuel coming up. I don't see any leaks, so it should be good. Okay, just pump it up until it gets tough. Alright, that should be good. Alright, so I already have my 14 socket handles. So I will go under the van now and pull the oil drain plug. Alright guys, currently under the van. So drain plug is kind of at a weird position. They're right here, so between the chassis. Let me have this one. So I don't know if you can see it. This might be tight. Yeah. Let me get my pipe. Oh, this thing should have the camera. So this probably even a good angle. But yeah. So see the drain plug there, so right there. And it's right above the chassis. So same AdBlue bottle. I had an old one. So I'm gonna bring it come closer. Come closer. I'm going to take off my gloves because I don't want my gloves full of oil. So I'm going to take it off because I'm not so quick. Thief alone so quick. Any mechanic where I see so quick a thief, I'm a thief. A joke me I make. See there, still catch my hand. And right till it hot. Throw that over there, so. Alright, see there. One thing with diesel engine, I'll always block. Always block. Alright. So I'm gonna make that drain and get back to you guys. This is one thing I hate about doing the oil change because of where it's located. Where the plug is located, the drain plug. When it reaches a certain amount and it gets low, the oil runs out on the chassis and then it spreads the oil all over. I don't know why Toyota never think about that. Engineers for Toyota, they make life hard for mechanics. So yeah, so most time what I do, I just get some gas or old diesel. Same diesel that I took out the diesel filter and spray it up after I put in the drain plug and just wash it off with water because the diesel and the gas basically dissolve that whole oil and we can wash it off. But yeah, so I go continue let it drain until I don't see any more. Usually what I do, I'll go back on at the bonnet and open the cork to fill the oil so that it runs out some more and if I have additional fresh oil, I'll throw that in there and let it run out as well. So go do that now. Alright, so open this in the meantime. Make it go and drain out. I usually use the same cloth that I use wipe off man to just wipe this off. See there. People, as I say, go throw some of this fresh oil in there just to rinse it out a bit. Don't mind the color. That's how lithium molly is. Has a dark color. Some of them brown, clear. Sorry, some of them green, some of them black like this. So I'm just throw some in there, just rinse it out a bit. Yeah, and then make that drain out. Afterwards, I will put in the drain plug and then take off the oil filter. Alright guys, I'm back underneath the van now. So this is the drive shaft transmission. So you go, yeah, transmission. So there should be some nipples on it. I greased it the other day, but to find out the nipples them now, if I grease it again, I'm my problem. Oh, see nipple around so. So I have the grease gun under here with me. So I'm not sure if I can see the nipple. So see my nipple there. So just squeeze until we see it come out. Alright, just give one more for good luck. Alright, so that's a one. The one there, so yeah. Oh, like over there, so I could do that one here. So this one, if the X coupling is high, if the 4-wheel drive engage for the grease for the nipple there. Where is the nipple on this? I say sometimes they're easy to spot, other times they're kind of difficult. Can't see that one here now. But if you feel like grease in there though, I feel the grease, so. Alright. The other one up at top, I can't see the grease in the other one too. But it would be easier if they'd have a ramp. But yeah, come have to crawl underneath the vehicle. Down here still have a lot of grease on it. This one still have a lot of grease. Let me just check the back one. Let me just check the back one, people. Sorry for the angle. And you know, this is the muffler system. O2 sensor. Kind of set up different than in sedans or cars. Mind you, this is my first pickup. So as I go along, I am learning as I go along. Check down here. So alright, so this one kinda easily accessible. Just push it out. See there. So first squeeze and the grease start come out. So I'm not going to over grease it. So I get it off. See there. So I think the last service I did grease it, so it should be fine. One thing I haven't done since I have this one is do diff oil change, which is down here. This is the diff. That's the diff down there. This. I haven't done an oil change on it as yet. I haven't done a transmission oil change nor a transfer case oil change, so I'm going to do that next month. Just make a note of it so I can do a full service when the time is right. So what I'm doing now, I want to pull off the the oil filter, but I will show you guys where the oil filter is. The oil filter way up here, so see the oil filter up here, so I can't tell why the mechanic then put it up, why the engineer then put it up there. I think it's a very good question, that, but I guess I asked the wrong persons. But yeah, so what I usually do, hopefully you guys seen it properly, usually put this here, so work my way, drop it in the notches. I even think it's the wrong way I have it. I think I usually put it behind this. Alright. And then I try to catch it on that, see there. Catch it now. Alright. Oops. See if I can catch it on it. Alright. Brush it right this one. So I would say I'm about 85% complete with the servicing. Just need to change the oil filter. Alright guys, I have to go back out and get the pipe, so give me a second. Alright guys, so I had to use three extensions and fuse. See there, pull. Finally. And then the thing with this now, because of how it's set, where it is, it always mess up my driveway, always. No matter what I try, it gonna mess up my driveway. Let me tell you, no matter what I try, I gonna mess up my driveway, and it gonna mess up my undercarriage. How black that is. So what I usually do, use the same old oil and spray it on the oil mess in my driveway, and if you get rid of it, the oil filter canister, I just go spray it up with the same old diesel, make it look clean again. So stay tuned, give me a second when we come out. Alright people, so see what the filter look like there. So I'm do, just get some gas, rinse it out, some old gas on the old diesel, rinse it out, make it look new again. I'm going to just get my fresh cloth and wipe it out. And install a new filter. Alright.
Let's see what the old filter look like. Wipe off that before me touch the new filter. And this is a new filter, so you can compare them.
Yep. Alright, so we're going to install it now. I'll wipe it out first before I install it. So, for the cleanest part on this. No, I am not no mechanic. I never go school for it. When I broke, you just learn how to do things yourself. When I bought my first car, my uncle told me, say, if I go to mechanic for everything, I not have no money. And it was the truth. So, you just have to learn certain things yourself. Alright. So, see, bam. Then put on the O-ring. Usually what I do is put the grease on it and put it on the oil. Some of the fresh oil on it and I put it on. But it's still too big. Get some oil to put the scene people. But I'm catching the other, catching the small one. Now I'm gonna tighten it up. Alright, tighten up. Oh, I'm touch it with my dirty hand, but that's fine. So what I love to do before I put it up, me throw the oil night. My grease here so that when I lock it up, it seal. So just press it here so. And wipe off that. And so it here bite me. See there. You don't have to do it. Don't have to put any oil in there for this. Some people like to put oil in there, pre-fill it before, but neither here or there for me. I usually just start the car and make it run to it. Sometimes I fill it up, but other times I just put it on like this. So look at that. Alright, I'm going back on the van now, so give me a second. People, the visibility kind of get poor, but this is what I'm talking about when I say the engineer them do a poor job because oil is everywhere, and that's because of where the thing is positioned all the way up here. So I don't know, have you ever done service on a car and the oil filter and the oil pan is next to each other? Let me know. Let me know. Such a struggle. Alright, so usually people will tell you just hand tight the filter, but I still like to draw on it a little bit with the filter puller, because I find that I am right-handed, but when I was in high school I break my thumb, so I don't have much strength in my hand. So I usually just like to pull on it with the filter just to ensure that it's alright, tight enough. tight to my liking. Oh, wrong thing me do. Put it back up here, so. Put it there, so. I don't know if there's an easier way to do this. Wanna make me know. But yeah, this is how I do it. Let's see how much it has screw here now. Like just tighten it till I can't get no more screw on it. Alright. Alright. That should be fine. And that's that for this part of it. What I go do now before I leave from under there. Oh, shit. I just get the gas. Spray it up. Just get the gas and spray it up. So that when I finish everything, I just spray some water. I just see there. So meantime, I finish clean up the gas at it where I can get rid of the excess that's under there. That's just how I do it. Just spray up. So once I come out, I just use the hose and wash it off. Alright people, so I fight to come out back now. Just give me a second. Guys, all that is left to do now, just throw in my oil. Yeah man. See? So I have about 6 quarts to go in. Yep, and that is it. I just saved about, last time I paid, I think I paid about $6,000 for this. That $6,000 can buy some fishing gear or buy some shrimp when I go to sea or bait. Yep, so that's one port. The next one now. The last thing I have to do is to change that filter, which is the AC. Some people call it cabin filter. But just the filter for inside the van. Oh shucks, did you see that? I saw it. I have to be careful how I pour this thing, because I just make piece of the plastic go in there. So I have to be very careful how I pour it so it doesn't go down in there. Clear oil running, so just go take a look down there, make sure I don't see anything dripping. Everything is fine. I don't see any dripping, so just continue pouring. So once I add this now, change the cabin filter and then start it. Alright, so stay tuned. Alright, she's alive. She's alive. Yep. So we go to work. She even sound better already. Let's say I have one more thing to change. It's this cabin filter. I hope it's the right one. Set back my mirror. This up. Nice clear, so. Alright, with this now, one is a mess from them, you don't judge me. There you go. Basically drop down just like that. Then go down here so you guys can see it. Just plug this out. Where is it? That out and it comes out. See there? Dirty. I'm going to show you what the new one looks like. Add some light. This is the new one. The new one versus the old one. Alright, so you just put it back in here just like that. Easy peasy. Put on back this, just make sure it's here in the right position. It should click. You should hear a click. If you don't hear the click, probably never go it properly. So I really can't see because it's so dark under here. Alright, so that is the end of my video. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys learned something today, and stay tuned for when I service my car. Probably that would be my next video. So that's basically it, how to service a 2GD Hilux. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for new videos.